They be over there all day going at it.
I
Shit be,
bet.
the shit really be funny though.
I know, bro. If I was bored, I'd just sit there and just would put my ear to the wall, just hear what the fuck they talking about.
Man, shit, I go over there.
For real?
I got like the little security thing on my phone, so it'll ding and be like somebody came in or something, so I could just pop my head back over and come. Or shit, really shotty be here too, so I'll be
Yeah.
straight.
So you know them, you didn't.
Yeah, bro. What's crazy is so I grew up around here.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up around in Marietta. Like
Yeah.
shit, literally. I first I guess I'll talk about that too. But I moved here, so like shit. Nigga, I played football here my whole life. So like the coach next door, Coach Shotty. So yeah, coach my
Really?
little brother in football.
Yeah.
So it's like I know. Yeah. I know
That's the
football.
shit that gets me about Marietta, and I talked to Keontae about it. It's like it seems like a lot of people just know each other. Like
Yeah.
they've been in Marietta for so long.
Yeah, it should be a lot closer too. Should be a lot of like young folks like our age doing more together than really what it is. But
Yeah.
shit.
So have you like linked up with all the entrepreneurs on this certain shopping center? Have you like talked to all of them? Did they know
So,
you and stuff?
like around here, yeah, it's more Spanish. So like I met a couple of the people that's over here, like the owner of the barber shop. I met them. Like we was talking about the taco shop that's up the
Yeah.
street. I met them.
Yeah.
So places that I go, I done ran into the people. But as far as younger people doing the things, like the different shop owners, definitely. Like my boy over at Timeless, Austin over at Iconic, my guys down at Collected. Shoot, man, it's just a bunch of stores within the radius that I stop by. Shoot, even my boys back at Backstreet Flea, right up the street. Yeah, man. So it's definitely a lot of young dudes doing their thing that I done connected with.
That's hard. Like, does that keep like the entrepreneurial spirit alive in you, knowing that you got people around you after the same goal and stuff like that? Do y'all feed off each other, or is it competition at some point?
It's crazy because it's like it's mental competition and like ego competition, but we all help each other.
Right.
So it's kind of like a friendly race to where everybody trying to see who could get to the top point the fastest. But at the same time, whoever at the top point had no problem reaching down, holding their hand out, and pulling somebody else up. So like that's kind of the good thing about being in this area or being in Marietta and knowing folks going to school with them. It's like everybody really want to see everyone win, and even at the expense of they may have to take a loss here and there. They definitely want to see everybody win. The people that's winning, at least.
Right.
Can't speak on the losers. I don't know what the
Yeah.
losers is doing, but the people that's winning is definitely out here helping the other folks try to get to the spot because it's enough room for everybody.
Yeah, that's typically how it works out. You know, the losers are they're holding on to such a little piece of the pie. You feel me? And it's like, I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like you get way more when you out here networking and helping each other. Like you get some people who gon' not return the favor and use you till you can, but most of the time it's reciprocated and it's kind of like building your circle. You know what I'm saying of like-minded people and shit like that. Like I don't know. I feel like the haters always end up lonely, bro.
Yeah, it's the haters and the people that's stuck on past experiences too. 'Cause a lot of people done been dogged in the past and they scared to help somebody else out because the last person done did them dirty, so they don't want to go
Right.
back into that cycle. When really you don't help people out and looking for them to come back and help you out. You really just helping them out because that's what you're doing out the goodness of your heart and you want to see them win. When you helping folks out to get it back and be reciprocated, that's when you be mad and you don't want to help nobody else no more because they ain't reciprocated and you just doing it to get what's coming back to you. You ain't really doing that because that's who you is or who you are.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. I think about that too in the aspect of what I do, like engineering. Like a lot of people ask questions, and I don't mind giving out the resources because when I was trying to learn, nobody was trying to teach me shit, and I damn well knew a lot of people doing the shit. But to them, if they teach me, that's taking money out their pocket, food out their mouth.
Yeah.
When it's like, if someone can come in and do your job better than you, that's on you. You feel me? That's not really on,
Yeah, ain't no
bruh.
person that's doing well.
Yeah,
It's
you
never
see
on the
what I'm
person
saying?
that's doing well.
But shit, now we started on the soft intro, man. We got Donovan Crepsac in here, owner and operator of Sold Out ATL,
Gang, man.
located in
Absolutely,
Marietta
yeah.
on Roswell Street, man.
Pull up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a beautiful shop, man. Was very impressed walking in and very proud of you, bro, for sure.
Appreciate that.
So, let's run it back, man. Let's give people a background, upbringing, childhood, the story of you.
So we could start, I guess, I was born in Macomb, Illinois, raised in Chicago, Illinois, till I was about 4 or 5 years old, and then that's when I moved to Atlanta, the city, Georgia, I should say, because I'm from Marietta. First place I stayed was right over in Ashley Mills, probably about 10 minutes from the shop. So I'm a local. I'm a local. I've been from here. Played football growing up here. Everybody, like I was telling Steven, man, my guys at the barbershop next door, one of the coaches one of the guys at the barbershop used to be my coach back in Little League when I played for Marietta. So it's it's a dope experience, man. It's lit to be able to be in the city I grew up in, and I guess some people could say it's a blessing, but just provide folks with everything y'all try to go to the city and find or go someplace else and find. It's right here. We local with it, baby.
Yes, sir. So what were you like as a kid? What were some things that were interesting to you or things that you would do for fun as a kid?
Man, I was a crazy kid, man. I just used to always mess with people. Used to always poke fun, joke, roast, whatever you want to say, mess with people. Fight. It was a bunch of I got a lot of cousins, a few brothers and sisters. So it was always a full house, always something to do, something to get into. But I was mostly good kid, but just I love to have fun, love to mess with people. Super, 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 super crazy, going crazy in football. Ask about me, man. They know about me in the football world out
Yeah,
here.
I was gonna say that too. That's when I think of you, I do think of that. I think about sports. You're heavy into sports and stuff like that. So like to see that you go into fashion at some point in time, to me is a gear shift off of what I knew. You know what I'm saying? But when did fashion become a part of your life?
So it's crazy too, cause even as much as I was doing sports, I was always into fashion. Like it was more low key than anything. I got a big influence from my parents. Both my parents was pretty fly. They do pretty well themselves. So growing up, it used to be a whole bunch of stuff I used to want to wear. The little light up shoes, all that little, what they say, all that little job, and they like, man, well, you can't wear that. And then I'm like, man, that's what I want to wear. And my mom always, sneak behind my pop's back and grab me the Power Ranger light ups or the Buzz Lightyear drip, stuff like that. And my pop's like, man, nah, it's forces. We doing Jordans, Tims. So it was always that clash between like what I really wanted to wear and what was popping to wear. So like I kind of started to get my own identity because I'll mix both. I'll do what some folks are doing and what's popular, but then I might throw in my little Power Ranger light ups with some Prada or some Gucci. Nah, I don't rock designer at all, man. I don't rock designer. Streetwear only, y'all.
So that's dope. Do you have any memory of like a specific pair of sneakers or something that you had back in the day when you was a kid that you was like, I love them shoes, like light up shoes or whatever? Do you remember one pair that was like, Mama, I want to wear these? She's like, Nah, you don't wear that. You don't wear them shits to the ground. Like, was it one pair of shoes that sticks with you even to the day?
So what's crazy is my favorite pair of shoes I had a pair of UNC ones, and like I believe it was 7th or 8th grade, and I used to always wear it with my favorite Fat Albert outfit. I had a whole outfit that I would wear. I throw it on. I throw my little Fat Albert wristband on, cause like I tell folks in middle school, if you ain't have a wristband, a headband, or some type of sports with your drip to match your outfit, you wasn't doing that. Like you wasn't putting it on back then. You wasn't him. So I had some J's. They were the ones that had Jordan shooting on the side, his last shot at North Carolina on the side of him. It was like a big piece. It's crazy because now that I look back on it, that was an expensive shoe. So I don't know if that was real or fake, but I had them, and I was putting them on, and I put them on to this day too. But that's probably one of the first kind of collector pieces, or what kind of got me into the game. And then right after that, we was straight on to the phone posits.
So, this happens often because I used to be in the shoes too. Eventually, you part with a sneaker and then you miss it. Was that one of those sneakers that you're like, you wish you still had to this day?
Man, it's crazy because the way and the stigma of the shoe game today, those were mids. So now I'll get flamed.
That's crazy.
I couldn't even come out the house with my favorite
Yeah.
shoe nowadays because they'll be on me because it's Jordan mids. So if you don't know, everybody give clout to the Jordan ones, the highs, only the highs, but the lows and the mids they don't get no love. I don't know why. It's great sneakers, and to a sneakerhead, it really shouldn't matter what other folks like. But yeah, don't wear no mids and think you him, because they gonna get you, man. Them sharks gonna get you.
That's one thing that I don't get as well though, because like it is a stigma. The highs is what you want to get, and I'm like, shit, the mids is damn near the highs. I'm looking at a whole bunch of J's. You don't got no mids in here. It don't look like it. But I mean, I don't see the thing about it, bro. But
We tuck the mids off for the folks that don't know. So it's a couple mids
yeah.
in here, but they look like highs though. Throw them on,
Oh, I think I might have spotted, right up there with the green joints.
Facts.
For sure.
They mids, but we keep them clean though.
They look good as fuck to me, bro. Hell yeah, that's how they 15s, but we keep them clean.
Yeah, we keep them clean though, man. They mids, but we do what we do.
That's what's up. So, what were some of your influences when it came to fashion besides your parents? Like, because I remember we came around the same time. As far as me, I looked up to like the cool kids. I looked up to Ye, of course. Pharrell, a lot of those cats. Growing up. What were some of the people who influenced you and your style?
Yep. So, man, like you said, I'm a big follower of Ye. Like, everything be Kanye to me, just because of the mind and the fashion forward mindset and just thinking about the future. But it's been a bunch of different designers. I like Ruigi, of course. That's Rue designer. But if we were to go back, like Bape was a big influence growing up. Just seeing that in the hip hop culture, that being like kind of the first Off-White or the first ice cream and things like that, to where people was really wearing the streetwear and it was hot to be hip hop. Like, we didn't have to run the designer. We didn't have to run the Gucci to be fly or being the top best dressed or being Forbes or being Vogue or any of these designers. We was, going with Japanese culture. We was switching it up with the anime drip. Then we came back with the big clothes. Then we was jerking. So, just taking everything that folks saying and putting that black twist on it and just, having that heat.
You just hit on something that I feel like is slick a bar, because I mean, eventually it did become hip hop fashion, but before that point, it was kind of like Ed Hardy was lit. You know what I'm saying? Jewels and them was wearing like the big buckles and I forgot what buckle type shit. That store in the mall, buckle type shit.
And Jim Jones was rocking Chrome Hearts back in '08 too. Now,
yeah.
Y'all look it up. So don't think Chrome Hearts you doing something because you throwing your little $300 Chrome Heart tee. Now you're late to the game. They been on it. Stop with the Chrome Hearts. They been burnt.
Hove been wearing that shit. And it's weird. It's weird that shit comes back around and now it's like, it's the lit shit to do. But typically that's how it happens. I feel like that's what happened with SBs.
Facts.
SBs fell off to where I sold SBs that were the shit, bro. It makes me so sad, bro. So sad, bro. I had like the Mork and Mindy's, the Newcastles, the Gibsons, the Thrashers, all them shits, and I sell them like, no lie, bro, $100, $120, and now I just fuck myself,
And now it's not even SBs. It's regular dunks. Like we was going crazy over fat tongues. It's no fat tongue. It's a thin tongue. It's cheap leather. It's just the hot thing to do. Like we said, like that's gonna be the topic of this. The hot thing to do is not the hot thing to do. Right. Stop spending all the money on these dunks that everybody have. That you go out and y'all all got on the same creased up new leather shoes. Buy you some heat. Buy you some vintage. But if you want them, we got them too. We got dunks. We got all that. So anything you need, pull up and come get it. Whatever you need.
So, and that's the thing too. I don't think a lot of people realize, but you being fashion minded and being from that era, you probably do remember like the countdown packs and stuff like that. Like those were way better quality Jordans, and I feel like they even changed the dimensions of the pieces of leather that they cut. Like they're changing the sizes on the uppers and the mids and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like shoes nowadays, bro, I think Yeezy is winning. What do you think is winning right now as far as like shoes?
I'll say the Yeezys. I'll definitely say the Yeezys, just as far as like we said earlier, innovation. Like it's just a different shoe. Jordans, we've been getting the same Jordans for 30, 40 years. Same countdown package, just in different retro colors, just in different flips, just in, like you said, different cuts, different styles. We're not really getting new silhouettes from Jordan. We're not getting anything new from that other than colorways. Like with Yeezy, you get boots, you get outerwear, you get basketball shoes, you get hiking shoes, you get a foam runner. It would look like a croc on crack, man. I don't know what to even call it. The foam runners look crazy, but you guys, that's what it's about. It's moving to that where we don't have shoelaces, where you have more accessibility. Like Nike dropped I can't think the Fly Ease, which
the one where you just put your foot in and they just like snap in.
Exactly.
I want to buy them shits.
And you get that's more innovative as far as like accessibility and just there's certain people that can't bend over and have the luxuries to put on their own shoes. So that just makes it easier moving forward with the better future in the sneaker game because everybody can participate in it. And you don't have to be, you can have any type of disability and still be fly, still be fresh, and still fit in with the sneaker culture.
Do you think that the retro model of Jordans eventually, like it has like a lifespan to it, that eventually it might fall off? Because you said something big. It's like they're not innovating or giving us new stuff. And if they are making a new Jordan, whatever, 29, whatever the fuck they're on now, I don't know what the fuck they even look like. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you think that has a lifespan? Is it going to die with us? Is it going to die with the next generation? How long you think that they can keep up just throwing new colors on the same shit?
I think there's definitely longevity in vintage kicks or in vintage anything or in familiar silhouette, I should say, more than anything, because nostalgia is the biggest seller. Like anything old or anything that reminds you of a time where you were in a better place in your life, it's an easy cop. Like if I see a shirt and I'd be like, man, this reminds me of when I was in Dare in 6th grade with my homeboy. I'm buying it. If I see a Jordan, I'm like, man, these came out 30 years ago. I ain't had the money. I'm up now. I'm buying it. Yeah. So it's definitely that kind of chase and that thrill of trying to get something that's been discontinued or not sold anymore or not even commonly seen. So I think just off of that, it'll always stick around, just like jerseys, man. Just like basketball jerseys, just football jerseys. It's always going to be a jersey. New color, new scheme, new drip, but it's a jersey. It's a jersey.
So where we're at right now, would you say Yeezy jumped over the Jumpman, or does Yeezy still got a long way to go?
Yeezy got a little bit of a way to go, just because 1 through 23 Jordan wise, he can retro at any time. I don't believe we have 23 Yeezy silhouettes that are hits that he could retro at any time. I think we got a couple in the rotation that he could retro, he could come back to. But just that longevity and just connecting with that older culture, because I don't know a lot of people 30 plus wearing Yeezys as well.
It's true.
Jordan got those guys in the chokehold, but
they fucking do.
The future is near, man. Hey, it's gonna be a takeover. Even man, a bunch of young dudes won't even switch to it because it's a Adidas, Nike's battle. But hey, man. Hey, man. People gonna be fresh how they gonna be fresh, man.
Exactly, and that's the goal, is being fresh. However you come at it, you feel me? So nowadays, since you have so much access, so much knowledge, so much game when it comes to sneakers, what is your favorite sneaker right now?
Man, my favorite shoe is my most comfortable shoe, and it's the Wave Runner.
What you got on right now?
Yeah, what I'm rocking right now, like man, I got 3 pairs of them.
Do you have the Inertias?
I do have the Inertias.
I love those shits,
the Inertias. The pink was different. The
pink
was different, but that's definitely a fly guy shoe though. You can't do the Inertias. You can't do the Inertias with the same way you could do some Jordans. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different type of getting fly. You gotta get fly to know that fly.
Yeah, and that's facts, because you can get tacky as fuck with Jordans, but with Yeezys, you kind of have to come correct. You feel me? Like, you can't really be on I got an all red outfit with some red Jordans.
That's why I tell folks.
That shit is out.
I tell folks this every day. Jordan 1s are an outfit. I don't care what you put on with a pair of Jordan 1s. You're going to be fresh. Jordan 4s are an outfit. I don't care what you put on with a pair of 4s. You're going to be fresh. You're going to pull it off. Okay, now step into a Yeezy boot. Or, even take it past that. Step into a pair of Sakai's or some shoe, that's moving forward. You're going to be stuck like Chuck, looking worse than a buck for sure. Definitely. Definitely.
So you just touched on how certain J's make the outfit. What's your favorite silhouette from Jordan?
Oh, Jordan 4s, for sure.
I can agree with that. Those are really good.
Yeah. Jordan 4s, and then I'll hop to 17s. 17s are like my low-key favorite. You pull those out the closet. I wore a pair of 17s probably, excuse me. I wore a pair of 17s probably like 3 months ago, and the kid hit me and said, "Are those Team Jordans?" That's the reaction I want. I'd be like, "Yeah, these so fly. You don't even know what these is."
You know what's crazy,
little bro?
Team Jordan's got a pass for maybe a couple years when the 6 rings came out. Remember, 6 rings were cool for some reason back then.
Yeah, 6 rings, and remember the fusions. They had the fusions. Fusions had y'all in the chokehold too. We don't forget. We don't forget.
That was the worst idea, bro, I've ever fucking seen. Was them fusion shits. Like, it made sense on paper, but you looking at a pair of 1/12s, bro. Nah, man.
It's not. It's definitely not. That's not the combo we kind of going for here.
Nah, but I mean.
It worked. It's so crazy. Times to do that for you. Now you can't retro those. Now those won't live forever. Other Jordans live forever. Them is done. Leave them where they at. Don't try to be cool and match that with no jersey dress, ladies. Keep it where it's at, cause we know how y'all. You know how y'all get.
You remember how common fake J's were back then? Like they had the Jordan heels. Like the girls would have.
Man, heels. Then they had the foggy clear joints.
Bro, where you can see the socks?
Man. And then we was young, so y'all socks was dirty too.
As fuck,
not only was your shoes foggy, your socks was dirty. Looked like a swamp.
Bro, foggy as hell in that bitch.
Folks had on the Swamp 7s.
And it was like so many like little flea markets and little spots that you could go get the Forests for $30. Fool as hell, but that's what motherfuckers had on. You feel me?
And them same shops is around today, and they still shopping at the same shops. It's just Chrome Heart and the Miri now. It's just Chrome Heart and the Miri, man. That's what they doing now.
You say you don't really fuck with designer too heavy. Why is that?
Designer doesn't age well. Designer like a car. You buy the wrong designer, or you buy some designer that's hot today, and you get stuck with a lemon or some bad designer tomorrow. Let's take let me see, one shoe. Chain reactions. Versace chain reactions. 2 Chainz shoe. Hard. The sole of it was a Cuban link sole, everything. It was a tough shoe. But it was for the moment. You paid $1,200 you pay about $1,200 for them. As soon as you walk out the store, they worth $900. Pair of Yeezy, as soon as I buy them before they get shipped to me, I might pay $200, $250. Now they $600 before they get to my doorstep, because, it's more exclusivity.
Right. I think about that when I think about the Margielas.
Yep.
The high top, the space boots. Them shits was hard back then, but you look like a damn fool now.
Yep, with the replicas when Chief Keef was rocking them, calling them caps.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad.
Replicas, that was the Balenci's, right?
No, that was the Margielas too. The low top Margiela with but it had the paint splatter on the tongue.
Things and like the striations on the toe.
Everything, bro. All type of stuff.
What do you think about them Balenciagas nowadays? I forgot what they were called, but that's the ones that everybody had.
Man, which one? The S, the real big ones?
Low key.
Man, it used to be a show that used to come on PBS called Rescue Heroes. And it's these little rescue heroes, but their feet is huge. It looked like a bunch of folks was rescue heroes, but it was a trip. It was the wave. You look like everybody else, so you was popping for a minute. But throw that away too. Keep that where it's at too. Right. Don't retro that either. Look, keep them in the vault this summer too. Don't pull them out.
A weird fad with sneakers, and I think it's kind of dope sometimes, is the dad look though. I don't know who coined it. It might have been Raph, but when I think about the dad look, I think of some Yeezys, but a lot of New Balances as well have that dad look. Do you fuck with the dad look? Do you fuck with New Balances? What's your view on that?
So I do, but I don't like to take it too far. So it's like the New Balances. I feel like the New Balances, those pretty hot. They're comfortable, so definitely a go-to. Certain select styles can run you crazy money too. A lot of people think that a lot of New Balances are just cheap, so they kind of stay away from it. Same with kind of Asics are the same way, where it's a comfortable shoe, but it's more on the dad side, not really flashy colors, kind of toned down. But you kind of look at people like Kith and Ronnie Feeds, and you see how they rock the clothes, and you see how they do it with the fashion-wise. And you got to understand, everybody got a style, so every style is not going to be for everybody. So once you lock into your style, and if you can pull that off, that's for you. Me personally, I kind of got a few dad clothes or dad shoes in my collection. I don't do the dad hats too much, but the dad shoes, I got a few of them. But like I said before, it's mainly about comfortability and just being comfortable in what I'm wearing. Like I'm on my feet, So if it's not comfortable, I really don't too much do it.
Yeah, and like you said, Ronnie's a fucking goat when it comes to shit like that, because he'll take some shit and just do a crazy collab with it, and now it's a Kith piece. Like Ronnie, to me, he's one of the finest ones. Like
Yeah.
everything that he works on, I kind of follow. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Ronnie's definitely the truth. So your favorite sneaker would be the fours as far as J's. What about the Yeezys?
Yeezy, my favorite sneaker is the Statics. The Static 700 V3s. Those I got about 3 pairs of those too. But that's one of those. That's definitely a dad shoe. That's definitely a dad shoe. But the comfort is unmatched. And then it's an all gray shoe, so it's neutral. I could wear it with anything, colors, dress suit, anything that I want to, man. So definitely versatile.
What about your favorite sneaker that's not really Yeezy or Jordan? Something that's kind of low key. Like it might be an off brand. You got one of those in your rotation that you love?
So right now, what I've been on heavy is the Merrill Crocs. So it's basically, it look like a croc. It kind of looks like a foam runner as well. But I don't know if y'all seen Soleil Brimbury. He just dropped a croc, a clog croc collab, and it went nuts. But the Merrills
So
are real
hard.
similar to those.
Are they?
Super similar to those. I
haven't
got
seen them.
those, and then my Japanese sandals. So I'm heavy on the Japanese sandals too. The Sui Cokes and just the different like super super firm cushion, good shoes. I call them samurai slippers. Put them on, man. No disrespect, no disrespect.
Nah, I know exactly what you mean. Them shits is hard too. So, I mean, you've obviously spent a lot of time building your style together, soaking in the game of fashion and shoes and culture. When were you able to turn it into a business? Actually, before that, when was it even an idea to turn it into a business? Did it start trading on ATATF? Was that how it started, or how did that go?
So I've been on ATATF for a minute. But what made me turn this kind of hobby into something was just IB 1000. It was everybody believing in me. Like before I even wanted to do it or before I thought I could do it, a bunch of people put the idea in my head, kind of stayed on me about it and kind of pushed me to get up out the garage and get all this stuff in the store. So I can't take any credit for that. It was never my idea. I'm more of a tech guy, so this was, this more so for my brother, man. This for my little brother Shot. He real into the clothes and he next up. So I just kind of took over the administrative role, kind of help him put it together. And yeah, man, everybody else. This really a product of everybody else. It's just, I look like I'm the face because I made myself the face just because I feel like I work pretty hard for it. But other than that, it's everybody else's, man. It's definitely everybody else's.
How do you feel being in this position now? Is it stressful or is it rewarding? Is it both?
It's stressful and rewarding. It's a lot of things. It's really tough for me to figure out the word or like how to put my finger on it because it makes me feel like I'm in a place to where I can help people. Because it's a lot of guys that I grew up with, or a lot of even the youth now and kids now that I'm around, from friends having kids and stuff like that. That's real into fashion, that don't really know about college, that don't really know about corporate jobs, that don't know how to program a computer or change oil or do anything like that, that just like clothes and like fashion that may be lost kind of shoot like I was, where it's just like, okay, I'm real into clothes, I'm real into shoes, man, what I'm gonna do, open a store? Because that was never the thought, that was never the dream, because that wasn't pushed, that's not pushed in our communities. And it's like, shoot, the fly guys always get made fun of because you ain't nothing but fly. Sometimes that's all you gotta be. Being fly could pay the bills for real. And like once you get the younger generation to see that and believe in their dreams, which really is believing in themselves, because shit, when you fly, that's all you got is yourself. And when you really lock in and you get that over to them or through to them and let them believe in themselves, that's when the creativity flourishes and we have an influx of new businesses and new ideas, which is pivotal.
Damn.
Pivotal.
That's clutch because that's kind of how I look at what I do too. It's like inspiring the next generation or even helping the people that's in our generation feeling like they can't do it. It has to be those trailblazers that go out on a limb and make some shit happen. And then, you know, like I said, when I walked in here, I'm like, man, like, you know, we breathe the same air. We grew up in the same area, eating the same foods. And to see what you've accomplished, bro, it's like, it keeps me on my entrepreneurial shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the highest act of human service is to inspire and to, you know what I'm saying, like, move us forward, bro. So that's admirable as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
But now that you're in the position, I know that there are ups and downs as a business owner. What are some of the downs?
Well, the biggest down is, and I'll start this off like ego. Like the biggest down is ego and like just humility. So opening a store, you think you the flyest guy out until you buy everything that you rock and you put it in the store and it don't sell. Or you buy a whole bunch of Yeezys because you love Yeezys, but nobody else is rocking Yeezys. So it's a real humbling experience and it's a real ego blow when you think it's all about you and you the only person that you think get fly, but you shopping for yourself and nobody else is rocking with it. So that's like the lightest part where you think you're the freshest dude ever, and then folks is like, nah, I ain't really that ain't it, bro, and the stuff shit on the shelf. That's a big one, but probably the lack of support from people that that you felt obligated need or I don't even know how to put this, that you felt should have supported you, like the people that you feel should support you, or the people that you feel should get this, like you entitled, or like you're owed that support from anybody, no matter if it's family, friends, or anything. So that hurts too, because you think, oh man, this is my best friend, of course they're gonna support my business, this is gonna be my first customer. But it's a shocking experience when the strangers is rocking with you a lot harder than your family and friends and people who push you to them goals, man. That's really a negative too, especially being a person that come from love and show love to everybody. Like before I opened the store, I was doing graphics, logos, anything for any and everybody that needed. I helped start a lot of business. I put a lot of
You
businesses
did my
on.
logo, bro.
Man, out of love, you know what I'm saying? And that's just love, and that's the belief. I believed in you. So it's like when people don't support my brand, or people haven't pulled up, or I get a million, oh yeah, I'm on the way, I'm coming through. It don't do nothing but hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't bother me really to where it's like it make me look at people differently, but it kind of makes me get in my feelings, because it's like I want you to be here for me like I was here for you. But I don't expect it anymore, because I should have never have in the first place.
Yeah,
like we said.
I know exactly what you mean though, and I don't expect you to have the answer to this because I don't know. But where do you think that comes from? That it seems like the people closest to you, maybe they have an idea of who you are and who they think you should be, or why does it? Because that happens a lot.
So what I think it is, I think it's more so, I look more so within with it, because I expected it from them. When it's like, just because we have certain ties don't mean we have to be tied in on everything. Right. Just because we have a certain relationship, you look at certain friends for emotional support. You look at certain friends for financial support. You look at certain friends for mental support. Any and everything. You look at friends and you have different friends for different reasons. It's the same with customers and clientels. And don't confuse family with being customer and clientele just because they family. Sometimes they may just be family. You're not the demographic for everybody. So once you think of that and you let people, be autonomous and think for themselves, and you don't kind of force your own perception, your own thoughts, and how you would support their business, because a lot of people get caught in their own head and think that just because somebody's not supporting you the way that you think they should be supporting you, that they're not supporting you. Yeah, definitely.
So a lot of it is mental. A lot of it is mental on expectation is a thief of joy.
Facts.
But at the same time, I do understand, because you do expect those people to come spin the block. You feel what I'm saying? How long did it take you to realize that? Because this shop opened up in November of last year, right?
Yep.
So how long until now that you're speaking from this point? How long did it take you to learn that and get over that?
So to be honest, it was way before that. It started back, like I said, from doing graphics and websites.
Okay.
At a certain point, I was giving deals. I was doing a logo, business card, websites, and T-shirt designs for $300. I had homeboys, homegirls, aunts, uncles, cousins getting their stuff done by other people. I done did designs for people off of word of mouth, just saying, yeah, I got you, bro, and still haven't got paid to this day, all off of just doing it. Yeah. So kind of doing that led me up to that, but just having the store and then seeing, shoot, majority of my friends have pulled up, and then seeing the people that I didn't really consider friends that have pulled up on me as well, that I didn't expect the support from, is pretty lit too. But I guess I could say I figured that out, man, way before the store opened, way before the store opened. That kind of keeps me sane now, because a lot of people don't be coming through, and it's all right, but they gonna come when it's popping. That's really what I be thinking about, and that's funny to see, because then when I see, I'm gonna be like, ha, like, now you here, like, oh, okay, now you here. But it's what it is.
Straight up, do you think that and of course it did, it might have prepared you for this moment?
Definitely.
Just already going through it versus, investing all the money and the time, and y'all don't see the whole shop in the shop, but it's beautiful. A lot of time has been put into it that prepared you for those dull moments, some slow moments, to be like, I know how this goes. Yep. You feel me? Definitely. Yeah. So it made you like more of a mature businessman in that aspect.
Protect my feelings the most part, because it hurt.
Yeah.
It do hurt. It do hurt, because 100%. I'm telling you, it hurt.
100%. Where do you see your business being in 5 years? What is your vision for this?
5 years, man. So I definitely know that we're gonna take over the Southeast region. So from here, expanding probably to as far as like Texas, all the way up until probably about like North Carolina, South Carolina, in that area, and just all around the Southeast. Like, I'm just looking to expand, and just really give everything over to my brother. Like I said, give him complete creative control. I'm gonna use this to fund other business ventures that I have, and just give back to the community that I'm from. So in the next 5 years, I hope to be a staple in the community. Or really not a hope. I know I'm going to be a staple in the community. I know it's going to get there. So it's just about being patient at this point. Because, where we going to be at in 5 years, and that's right here. It's just going to be a different intensity. It's going to be at a different level. It's going to be at a different part of support, too, because then that's when we popping. That's when your friends got to support you, because ain't nothing else to support. That's everybody else doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's when they'll be popping to support us. So yeah, definitely.
That's hard. What so you just said like this could be funding other things. What are some other business ventures that you have in mind?
Man, so I got a print shop on the way. So basically gonna be a manufacturing house. Take care of all your print and clothing needs. I got that coming hopefully by the end of the year. Other than that, I definitely want to have my own tech company within the next few years, for sure. Wow. Just to teach the youth programming, coding, all the different type of developmental tools, and just get a bunch of internet engineers going, man. That's the technology is the wave of the future. So I want to get that started. I really want to make that nonprofit, and I want that to be more so the legacy that I leave behind, because that's for the youth, that's for us, the community. For sure.
That's fucking dope. That's dope. Through all these things that you've been through, all the stuff you've built, what do you think is the biggest lesson that you've learned?
Patience. Definitely. Things take time. And excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, patience. For real. Cause you're gonna be where you need to be and where you're supposed to be at every step and every point of the way. So as long as you putting stuff in motion to get you prepared for where you're gonna be, then you'll be good. But it's real easy to get caught up in potential and get caught up in what you've been through and get caught up in experiences and stuff like that, and lose focus of the goal and lose focus of what you started for and lose focus of your shit. Well, a lot of people say your why. So just staying focused on that. That's the biggest thing. Be patient and just remind yourself every time, like, why you doing it, what you doing it for, who you doing it for is a big part of it too.
So what would you tell somebody who wants to come up in the game of buying and selling and trading clothes and just into the fashion game? What are some gems that you could drop for them?
Connect. Talk to everybody you can. Meet everybody you can. Always stay on point. You don't know who's gonna see you or who you're gonna see, who you're gonna run into. So know what you know. Know your sneaker knowledge, your clothing knowledge. Know anything. So you could be in any room, and when you do get matched or get met up with these opportunities, you can perform in them situations. Cause shoot, man, don't get caught lacking. Cause everything happens at a switch of a button. Everything happens.
What's your typical day in the life when it comes to accumulating the stuff? Because like I'm seeing it's a lot of stuff in here, but I know it's a lot of time hunting for these things.
Yeah.
You know, do you go thrifting? Is it based off the connection that you've made? What's the day in the life to keep the heat in here?
So a lot of what you said, it's a lot. So a typical day, just depending on release day, spend a lot of time on computers, running bots, trying to grab up pairs. If we strike out there, then we typically will hit up a couple local people that have sneakers, see if they got extra pairs, buy off them. Just having the physical location of the store, people see and need money every day, all day, so they come, they sell their items. So it's really just, like I said, connecting and networking. So majority of it come from the connections and the people that I've been blessed to meet and come across paths with, and just being ready and letting them know that, you know, I'm here for business. Like this. So I'm trying to think of what I could say would be a typical day. Typical day, wake up, check my phone for new releases, enter on sneakers app, even though it's probably an L. Look around, see what foot sites are dropping. So foot sites are like your Foot Locker, Hibbett Sports, Champs, JD Sports. So see what those stores are dropping locally. Probably hit the mall, just go around a couple different malls, see what they have in the shoe stores, see what they dropped today. Stop by Nike Linux, Nike Avalon, just a different Nike store, see if they're dropping anything. After that, I probably get to the store around 12:30. I know we open at 12, but it'd be a little push. So I'll get here 12:30, open up, and then the rest of the day it's just people coming through and people coming by with pairs. So either online, in store, or people pull up with it, and that's how I get majority of the stuff.
Everyday grinding.
Every day. Every day. Even on vacation. On vacation, I'm shopping too. So if you're selling anything, hit me up for sure.
Straight up, man. Donovan, it was a great interview, man. Can you tell these people where to find you, what to expect next? Go ahead, plug everything that you need to plug, man.
Yes, sir, man. So y'all pull up on me. I am right across the street from the Big Chicken over here off Roswell Street. The address is 901 Roswell Street Northeast, Marietta, Georgia. Again, 901 Roswell Road or Roswell Street Northeast, Marietta, Georgia. Upcoming next, be on the lookout. We're having a big back to school drive right before the. Dang, can we cut this part out?
Nah, you good. I got you.
Okay. Bet. So we're having a back to school drive that'll be at right beside Tapp Middle School at the Ron Anderson Recreational Center. Yep. So of course, where I went to middle school at, we rented out the whole rec. So we're gonna have a whole event for the families, and it'll also be a basketball tournament with a bunch of the local brands and local stores that I named earlier. And yeah, just giving back, having fun, and just trying to be like I said, a pillar in the community.
Man, look, go ahead and put me down for that event too, man.
You.
Thrush House will definitely help and sponsor and help wherever we can, brother. I appreciate the interview, man. Thrush House, we out. Donovan,
My guy. Gang.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
We out.